Right now we're using them to help do benchmarking for our market intelligence process. We've recently been restructured and we're being turned into officially a strategic function, and so as part of that we're looking at ways that we can improve what we're doing or move closer to being world-class so that we can work better in terms of strategic planning. GIA has been great. We've worked with Alexi primarily, and he spent a lot of time with us going through and talking specifically about the framework and explaining how GIA looks at the market intelligence function and grades it along the continuum. And we had a meeting. Our company recently hired a new chief brands officer, and he wanted to meet with us, and so we had a very short time frame, and Alexi worked with us literally within a week. He was able to go through and do all of the process all of the surveys about what our capabilities were and give us results that we could then use in that meeting. So that was fantastic, and so now we're continuing to work with him and come up with a roadmap of new products, new services that we can do in order to move our team forward. At least for our company, because we are a global company, one of the biggest things is they have to have a global reach, because we have many, many markets and we don't always know what the big markets are going to be from year to year, particularly in Asia, but even in places like South America and Africa, the markets are changing very dynamically. So we need to have somebody that, no matter where we're interested in, that they're capable of helping us either gather information or do research in those areas. They also need to have experience in a wide range of industries. Our industry traditionally in hotels, we're not an industry like pharma that has used MI extensively. So finding companies that have worked doing MI in the leisure industry is challenging. So having a partner that has a wide range of experiences, that even if they don't have experience in our industry specifically, that they can draw on related industries is really, really important. It's not very big. We are the only formal team doing competitive intelligence and trends. And it's just, our team is 4 people. There is our director, there's me that does competitive intelligence, we have another team member who does trends, and then we have somebody that handles knowledge management, and that's it. Our primary stakeholder is global brand management, which is where we're situated, but we partner with our global IT. Also, we're part of the larger sales and marketing organization, and there's a big push right now for there to be more competitive intelligence done across the entire global sales and marketing, and we're going to be the point people for that because we're the people who are currently operating and existing. And of course, there's always pockets of collections going on in the company as a whole in other functions that we don't necessarily work with, and one of the things that we're doing right now is we're going through and trying to identify where those are so we can pull that in as well and increase our network. But yeah, primarily right now it's brand management as the core, and then global sales marketing on the larger scale. It's planning, doing 5 to 10 year planning. Right now, a lot of what we do is very reactive. And part of that is because our industry historically has been very supply focused. So the thought was that if you build hotels in the right places, that you will gain share. Most of the markets now are saturated, and so we're starting to move more towards a consumer side focus, and so there's a lot more brand differentiation, things like that. When you do that, it requires a lot more awareness of what your competitors are doing outside of just where they're building hotels. And the value that we're giving right now, and I think is going to be in the future, is being able to look at things like where the consumer markets are going, the trends, macro trends, and how those are going to affect what consumers want in hotels 10 years or 20 years down the line, which is something that we've not looked at before, but which as an MI function we can now give to the company, and that enables us to be ahead of the rest of the competitors rather than just simply reacting to what the competitors are doing in the market now. Yeah, GIA definitely, I think, is going to be a big part of what we do, because we, not being an industry that this is a large part of business practices, where we need a partner that we can rely on that has a lot of experience and that can bring that and help us identify what we need to be doing, what we're not doing now, and how best to do that with how our business works as it is now. And GIA so far has been a fantastic partner, and I think that's going to continue. GIA has a breadth of knowledge, educational. In fact, the way that I first encountered GIA was through the white papers that you publish, and they're fantastically done. So, responsive, because every time that we've contacted GIA and asked for something, or even if it's just for advice, just to come and talk, we've always gotten fantastic response. It's always been very quick, very personable. You know, just GIA has been fantastic to work with. So. Yes, very much. We have worked with other research companies and other vendors, and so far GIA has been the best that we've ever worked with.